For a deeper dive into the Russian economy, we welcome Arthur Dong, teaching professor at the McDonough School of Business at Georgetown University, my alma mater. Welcome and good to see you, sir.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on with you. Thank you.
I am so confused. I thought that when this conflict started, everyone was talking about the collapse of the economy and how they would raise rates and the ruble would collapse and there would be a default. But it seems to me that much of that speculation has not happened.
Yes, the reason being is that initially at the beginning of this conflict, the Russian economy went into a shock. And in order to address the immediate concerns of a collapsing economy, strict interest rate increases were imposed. But since that time, we've seen a relaxation of interest rates as well as a strengthening of the ruble. And this partly has to do with the fact that Russia still is exporting a lot of oil and gas, not only to its traditional partners, the traditional trade partners such as EU, but also countries such as China and India are increasing their purchases of Russian oil and gas, thus continue to fortify the most important segment of their export economy.
Is this another way of saying that the sanctions or the reduction of purchases of Russian oil hasn't really had the economic impact that many had thought?
Yes, I would say that in the immediate term, it's going to be very difficult for Western Europe and the European Union to divorce itself from Russian oil and gas. They have targeted, as a result of a target saying that they are going to reduce their dependency on Russian energy products, certainly by the end of this year, and furthermore, within the next 5 years, to reduce that dependency to zero. But in the interim, we are existing and living in a very tight global supply situation, and there simply is not a lot of immediate resources that are available to substitute away for Russian oil and gas. And so therefore, it is, in a sense, the one thing that is propping up the Russian economy.
Right.
But I would say further that the Russian economy is facing very significant headwinds, in that various reports from various economic policy institutes have forecast a 17% drop in GDP by the end of this year, which is quite significant. And we're already seeing through various reporting circles the collapse of demand amongst the Russian consumer.
Right. So in other words, you could see a collapse, for example, of the economy, but not necessarily a collapse of the ruble. Those things can operate independently of each other. If we were in Moscow today, how would life in Moscow be different than it was, say, 4 months ago?
I think it's quite significantly different from the eyes of the average Russian family. They're confronting shortages in the stores, particularly with regard to all the Western products that they have so become fond of and used to purchasing in their stores. Well, many of those products not only have escalated seriously in price, but are now becoming short in terms of their supply. We've seen hundreds, literally hundreds, if not thousands, of Western firms withdraw from the marketplace, including many famous names such as Apple and McDonald's and Starbucks and IKEA, and the list goes on and on. So in the longer term, the Russian consumer is going to start to feel the pain, and they're already acknowledging this circumstance by holding onto their wallet. And so as we see a contraction in demand, that will lead to further decreases in the overall GDP picture for the Russian economy.
Right. And as we look to the future here, if there was a miracle ceasefire, say, tomorrow, the damage that's been done to the Russian economy vis-a-vis foreign entities or multinational firms that have left that economy, they're not coming back, are they? Even with a ceasefire at this point. I mean, how do you repair the economy?
It'll take a long time. I think Russia potentially is setting itself back 20 years, taking them all the way back to the period of reform when they started to enter the world's market economies. And so repairing that trust and repairing the confidence amongst Western corporations is going to be a really long road to hoe.
Yeah, I mean, the long-term impacts politically, economically, on the corporate side, and certainly the impact on the personal side is immense, and it's going to take a long time, as you said. Arthur Dong, always good to see you from Georgetown University's amazing business school. Have a great weekend. Good to see you.